Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back, or should I say welcome to the first ever video after the introduction video that I just made a couple of days ago maybe about what this channel about. And today as the first video I'm gonna be reviewing this. This is the Robot Spirits RX-78-2 Gundam Fair Anime, which is, let me tell you, it's a really good figure and one of the best Gundam figure I had. So let's get to it, guys. So guys, this is the figure out of the packaging and it looks like a Gundam. It looks good, magnificent even. I mean, like, this is a design that's really hard to be messed up. Like, nowadays it's really easy to make this kind of design, but not everything could be done as good as this. This figure is really good with all of the engineering that Bandai put to this little figure, and yeah, it's not really that tall. It's really good. It's really good. It's solid. You can shake this thing and play with it. It's really solid, and overall a good looking figure. There's not some, the design is very simple. Like the RX-78 Gundam is like a simple Gundam. This is the back side and this is the front side. It's a really simple design, but because of its simplicity it could be produced really well for it. It's really well, it made well, which is pretty good. I have to say, I'm impressed with this figure. I really do. And the part that they have to paint, such as the face, they nailed it. Like, it's really good. The face is really good. Only if I can. It's really good. As you can see, yeah, there you go. It's really good. The eye is shiny golden, and the falcon, it's really small, but you can see there's a depth of yellow paint in there, which is paint perfectly. And the black, this whole section, they painted black, just like in the anime. So the point of this line is that Bandai wanted to make it as anime, as accurate as possible, and must I say, they knocked it out of the park with the aesthetic of this thing. And this thing poses like really good. So, but before we get to the articulation, we should talk about its accessory. And here's all the accessory. Look at that. I mean, like, this is some of it is a bare minimum that every RX-78 has to have, but Bandai say, like, let's give it extra. Like, for example, let's begin with the hand. They give us this rack, which every modern toy with multiple hands should include. Like, this is really good for storing and managing your hands. It's really good, like really good. A simple plastic that could integrate really well for storing and keep track of everything. And there's a lot of hands too. Let's start by the one that in the RX-78, the closed face, this face to pair, because yeah, there's two hands. So there's the face. There's the open hand, like this. This is the open hand, I will say. This is the very open hand. This is the slightly closed open hand for holding the pose of beam rifle, two-handed beam rifle. And then there's this trigger finger hand for using with the bazooka and the beam rifle. And also there's the holding hand for holding the beam saber. It's really good. All the hand, I don't have any complaint with the hand. It's pretty rubbery, which is going in easy, pop off easy too. No problem with the hand. And it's pose, the hand pose, it's really gonna make your pose, whichever pose you put this guy into, pretty dynamic. So the hand, prop to Bandai for giving us hand, but Robert Damacy usually get hands. But this is the perfect amount and the perfect one for every kind of pose you need it. But the crazy one, as you can see, the Gundam have a call, what we like to call the V-fin. The V-fin because it's shaped like a V, right? But Gundam in the head have these guns, which they could shoot like few lower caliber for intercepting little missile. And Bandai make a V-fin that actually have that effect part, which is crazy. It's in the model kit they never done that, like they're never gonna done that. And in this figure, Bandai actually make it possible. Like this is really good. Let me show you. You could take it off this weaving. Like it's pretty brittle, so you gotta be careful. But I mean, like if you're careful enough, you could take it off easily, and it looks kind of funny. But after that, you could put this, and this one is a little rubbery. It's very much more safer. But the tip of the nail is pretty hard, but it's still good. And voila! Look at this. Look at this. This is adding so much more to the Gundam. If you put it on the pose and everything, it adds so much more. And this weaving, if you don't like it, you can store it. You can don't throw it away though, because the Gundam need the normal one too, not always the shooting one. So the shooting weaving is really good. And then the beam rifle, of course, the main gun. The Gundam need the main gun. And the cool thing again, what Bandai have given is this. This is the shooting effect part. It could combine with the beam rifle, and you can post this shooting, which is, it's not really that big of a deal, but considering Bandai track record, it's becoming really good now. It's really cool. This shooting effect part, it's really good. And the beam rifle have 2 point of articulation. The side could go like left and right pretty freely, and the side handle, the secondary handle, it's really good. It complements the Gundam very well. And then of course it also comes with the bazooka. It doesn't have to, but Bandai actually gave us this, and of course I won't complain. It's really good. It's the bazooka. It works well. It's pretty good, and yeah, all around a great bazooka. It could move here and it could move here. If you buy the separate effect part, you could make it have an effect of shooting, but I don't have it, sadly. But it's a really good bazooka, really good. And then, as you can see, the Gundam itself already have 2 of these beam sabers. The beam saber, you can take it off and put it in the hand. Put it in the hand of the grabby hand. This grabby hand. Just because it's very rubbery, you can just slide it and put it in this hand, which is simple, quite simple and effective, which is every company should be doing. Simple way and integrated well. And then you have this beam saber. It looks good, but the back is really brittle. As you can see, it's really brittle here. I sadly snapped one of these. You get 2, right? But I snapped one of this in the left one. As you can see, it's just too sad that this thing is so brittle that I managed to snap one of these. But I guess you need to be careful. Or there's a solution for that. I found that if you want to be more safe with it, you could put like a little bit of a lubricant around it, and it slide much better. It slide much better, and because it slide much better, the risk of breaking is actually decreasing, which is really great. So yeah, that will be. And then this a shield. Disclaimer: the shield actually doesn't come with any decal, but I managed to put some of this, the white base and the Air Federation Space Force symbol, and it's really great. There's two connection for the shield. You can use this connection, this connection will also connected to the hand, the grabby hand, but also then they give you the second connection, this connection. This connection will allow you to mount it to the side of the arm. The Gundam started to look like a knight, right? And then there's this tiny little piece will connect to the beam rifle, and then this allow us to connect the beam rifle to the shield. But sadly, if you do that, you cannot use the shield or the beam rifle anywhere because of its weird design. For some reason it become like this, but you cannot put it anywhere. So why bother with this? But it's because Bandai is making TP Bandai, but we're not gonna talk to that. It's Bandai. And finally, not least, it's this, the thruster effect part. This thing will make the Gundam pose much more dynamic, much more extreme. This could make the pose going from normal, oh that's a Gundam, to the extreme because of this. You could put it, this Gundam have hard point, like on the foot there's hard point, on the backpack there's hard point. This hard point will allow you to put it there, put this thruster effect there, and it add to the dynamic posing of this thing. And for certainly not least, the last accessory we're gonna be talking about is this. It's only for the bazooka. If you want it to be stored, you could snap it to the bazooka right here, and then it allow us to open the butt for the gun from the Gundam. This flap, it can open and store the bazooka, just like that. Simple, effective, and yeah, just like everything that they integrate to this, it's pretty darn well. So yeah, that's all the accessory. Now to the good part, the articulation. Now we have looked at the accessory and the aesthetic of this thing. Now we get to the bread and butter of what make an action figure great, and that is the articulation. God, I love the articulation of this thing. It's surprisingly simple but really well engineered, just like everything in this action figure, which is great. That's why I love it so much. The head is on a ball joint, so it could go pretty much around anywhere. You could do the 360, but there's a special part. You see this flap here? It allows the head to go up like this, really high, like that looks fine. But if you put it like in this position and everything, it make it really great. And then this two beam saber handle is connected to the backpack, which could move a little like this. It's a little, it's unnecessary, but actually a really okay feature. And then going to the arm, the shoulder. Usually the arm, this chest connected to the arm is actually fixed usually. So if you want to do the arm pose, you got to rotate like this, and the shoulder have to look upside down. But this figure doesn't. It goes like this because there's a hinge in here. It allow you to go up like that without you have to pull, just rotate it. You can just straight up pull it like that. It's really crazy good. It's crazy good. And then the bend of the elbow, it's pretty much perfect, pretty much beyond 90 degree and almost 180, but a little bit blocked by this. But you can ask for more, can you? And also the ab crunch is it's kind of pathetic for all of the good thing about this. It's the apron is kind of wide, and then the front skirt move up, the side skirt also move up a little bit. The back skirt is pretty much paralyzed, but they also integrate a great again joint in here. They have a swing out joint, so this is not been swing out. The kick, it's okay, it's okay. Well, it's even really good. But if you bring out this, the kick become more higher than it need to be. And before, if you doesn't extend it, it move back that far. But if you extend it, it move back that far, which is amazing. A little bit complicated, but hey, it worked, right? And then the side spread, the splits. The split is, you need to do a little clear way for it, but hey, it's pretty much perfect. Like, you can ask for more. It's pretty much perfect. The bend on the elbow and the knee, sorry, not the elbow, dude, it's pretty much perfect. There's nothing more you can ask for. It's pretty much perfect. It's really good. It's really good. And there's like this clicky feeling to it, which is really great. And then the ankle rocker. The side to the inside, it's pretty good. To the outside, whoops. Just be careful. To the outside, it's more better than to the inside. And then there's this toe hinge for it. To the back, it's actually pretty good to the back. And to the forward, yeah, it's pretty good. So the articulation is really good on this thing. It's really, really, really good. And just all around, a great looking figure with a great price. So yeah, that's the articulation segment. So that's it for the review, and this is the verdict part of this review. The verdict on this thing is, well, you can see it from the video, it's really, really good. This figure is really, really good. And the price is not that expensive. It's 5,500 yen. Or even 5,000 yen. It's around that part, which is sounds kinda expensive to some people. But that's even below what Bandai usually charge for this figure. I know it's small, it's pretty basic looking, but it's really good. All the thing that they do is really good. They did a lot of engineering and a lot of accessory, which is complementing well to the Gundam, and all around a great looking figure. If you were asking what is the rating, well, I will rate this figure as probably a 8, because there are a lot of things they could make it better, or maybe a 9. 8 or a 9, because there's maybe a little bit more accessories they could put into, such as the effect part, the decal, but the decal doesn't have to. The effect part for the bazooka, they could add it more, but for what it is, the price, it's really good. And you may be saying, well, this is Bandai though, and not a US toy. It's gonna be hard to get. Not really. The fact is, Japan like what we call as a reissue. Japan like to do a lot of reissue, and this reissue is pretty often for some reason for this figure, and because of that you could pretty much get it at retail, or hell, even cheaper. I get this not at retail, at a discount, which is crazy. As soon as I see the discount check, I straight up buy it for myself, because I like this figure a lot. It's really good, it's solid, you can play it. When they say Bandai figure is not for children, for ages 15 and up, it's not for playing, it's not quite that true. the point of action figure is so you can play with it, and you can play with this. So yeah, that's my verdict and my review. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, share, like, comment on it, and I'll see you next time when I review the companion piece to this. Thank you for watching.